Good morning. Good morning. Um, how are you doing this morning? I'm here. I'm here. I certainly am. And I'm glad you're here too. So, we're just going to sit for just a second and sip our tea and wait for a few more people to join in as we're going live today. Mm, my phone keeps flashing outside of my vision over here. It's very distracting. Have you ever noticed that about cell phones as they are extremely distracting? I'm going to throw him over there so he stops distracting me. Good morning, Aaron. How are you doing this morning? It's 9 o'clock where you are. You're doing better than I am, that's for sure. I have something so fun to share with you guys today and a little freebie for you. So that's fun. Good morning, Linda. Just come on and tell me where you're watching from today so I can be jealous of everybody in the Eastern time zone. Or we had so many people from around the world yesterday: South Africa, Australia, England, the Philippines, and it was much later where they were. So, so much fun. Hey, Karen, how are you? I'm so glad you guys are here. So we have a big day planned today. We're actually going to our local nature park. Hey, Brooke, and Megan and Beth. We're going to our local nature park because it's finally cooled off enough that we can do that. Um, Karen, do not tease me with your chili. Hey, Lorianne, so glad to have you here. Um, it is not chilly here yet. We've had some delightfully cool days. Carrie, if you're coming every morning, sis, you are so dedicated. But it's been nice enough. It's been nice enough to get outside. So we're going to our local nature park. We're going to see the farm animals. We're going to eat lunch. It is just going to be a fabulous, beautiful day to be outside and take a little field trip. And I'm excited. You know, when your kids get older, you don't have to stop doing field trips. We're going back and visiting one of the places that we went a lot and they loved when they were little. And so uh, that's a good thing, you know? That's a good thing. They can relive some of those memories and enjoy themselves and have a good time. I find my kids do anyway. They haven't gotten too cool for anything yet, too cool. Because they just think they're cool. They're really not as cool as they think they are. Mm. Or they think you aren't. So, okay. Well, let's talk a little bit. This is the Delight for Days challenge, day 2. This is our second little mini tip of the week. And I want to know, how did it go for you yesterday? So, if you have signed up for the challenge, um, you got an email. If you didn't get an email, you have access to the replay page, where you can, like, if you ever don't get an email, just go into the group and we have access. Like, you can click on that page and we have put everything for you there, and we're going to leave it for you there until October 31st. So you can, you have, that gives you plenty of time if you miss a day and you want to do it and stuff like that. You can go access that little replay page. So don't feel like you're missing anything. We've got you covered. If you have not yet signed up for the challenge, go to pambarnhill.com/D4, the number 4, D. D is in dog, 4D. And we'll get you signed up for it, and then you can get all of the goodies. So somebody tell me, did you do something yesterday from your list? Just one thing. Um, did you do one thing from your list, and what was it? And did you enjoy it? Was it something that you really enjoyed? Now, I'm not going to ask you if you've started your school day with a song yet. I'll ask you that tomorrow because most of you haven't started your school day yet. So I totally get it. I totally get it. So today, I'm going to get to the tip in just a second. But in your email, that you got for today were some fun things. I tell you what, I had so much fun. It was hard. It was really difficult to select the things that I was going to send out to you because we have so many good things. These are all available in our Your Morning Basket Plus subscription, and there are just so many good things. But I really tried to strike like a wide variety, some more like small things, and then some more involved things, some things for younger kids, some things for older kids, some things that would interest mom as well. Okay, everybody loved the jokes. Yeah, the jokes were so much fun. Somebody commented in the group that they were dad jokes. Yeah, they kind of were, but kids get a kick out of them. That's why dads tell jokes. So good, I'm glad you enjoyed the jokes. And then I saw that a couple of people did the poem, and we're going to talk more about poetry in just a second. So in today's email, we sent out The Mighty Deeds of Captain Lewis, American folk song. And what makes this folk song so much fun? So this is a folk song from the 1800s. And Sherry, if you go to pambarnhill.com/D, the number 4 and D, you can sign up to get the emails. Okay, Nicole's from South Africa, and they still like the song. Oh, no, you did the song to start your school day. Excellent. Okay, but the folk song in the email is so much fun because it's about the Lewis and Clark expedition, and people thought that Lewis and Clark were going to go out west and find like woolly mammoths roaming around. And so it talks about that in the song, them going out west to find the woolly mammoths. So it's just a lot of fun. We also have a couple of videos about line as an element of art, and a couple of really fun projects that you could do. Thank you, Lindsay. A couple of fun projects that you could do about the elements of art. And the reason why I chose that one is because you can do those projects with just a piece of paper and a black pen. So I didn't want to put in any art projects where you'd have to have something special on hand. You know, that was something that everybody was going to have. Then the next one was to learn about the names of the moon, because I don't know if you know this or not, we have a very special, rare moon event coming up later this month. Okay, a very special, rare moon event coming up later this month. No spoilers here, but there's some moon information and a moon activity and poem in there for you. And then finally, we included just a little bedtime math activity. And if you're short on time, this is the one to choose. We love bedtime math. We schedule them into our morning time plans regularly because one of the things we love is there's a short story, you know, some little piece of information that my kids always find fascinating. And then there are 3 levels of math problems from your littlest preschool child all the way up to, I would say, some middle schoolers are going to find that last one challenging. Shoot, some high schoolers might. I find it challenging. There you go. And I am well known not to be a big math person, but there you go. There are some older kids, very old kids, who would find it challenging. But that's what makes them so fun. So this is already up on the replay page if you didn't get your email. Remember, choose one activity. Just choose, like, don't stress yourself out and say, oh, we've got to do all 4. That's not how it was designed. It was designed to choose one and do that one to bring just a little bit of delight and joy to your homeschool today. Sometimes even if you, mom, feel like you can choose more, your kids aren't ready to choose more. Your kids aren't ready to jump straight into this big new habit. They need to be eased in gently. So choose one for now, and then later on, you can add another. Okay, so today's tip is so much fun. Beth, we love those bedtime math books as well. Okay, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about memory work. So far, I've sent out 2 different poems for you guys to read and enjoy in the materials, and you're going to get a couple more before the end of the week. What if you wanted to memorize one of those poems? What would be a fun, joyful way to do it, or anything? What if you've decided that you want your kids to memorize the preamble to the Constitution, or you want them to memorize some scripture, or you want them to memorize the skip counting. I mean, that was something we memorized in our homeschool, and it has served us so well through the years to have this skip counting. Good morning, Don Simpson. So, how can you do that every day without it becoming kind of what we think of as memorization, drill and kill? You know, that's the thought we have in our head of what memorization is drill and kill. I'm going to tell you it's really not. If you start your children on memorization with a good attitude, especially when they're younger, they love it. You know, I get complaints about a lot of things in our homeschool. I have never, not once, gotten a single complaint about reviewing our memory work. Okay? They just love it. It's just something they do and they enjoy doing. Carrie, my kids love to memorize when it's put to song. But sometimes as moms, we're like, oh man, I got to go find a song for this. Or you find a song and it's just not that great of a song. Or, you know, you don't. So I have made up my own songs in the past. You don't want to make up a song. So what can you do instead to make it interesting and to get them kind of, make it kind of fun and exciting for them? So we have these little cards. We call them Memory Work Funny Voices cards. Okay. And love Schoolhouse Rock. But we call these Memory Work Funny Voices cards. And I'm going to be dropping the link for you guys today in the group, in the Delight for Days Facebook group. And then I'll stick it on the review page for you guys as well. So you can just download this. Okay. And these are so much fun. You cut them out. You can laminate them if you want to be an overachiever. I think I had a set that was laminated, but if you don't want to do that, when they wear out, you can just print them out again and cut them out again. Just don't lose them on your computer, or come find me and I'll send you another set. But these are a lot of fun. So basically you can see it says recite it like a monster. Okay. And so then what you do is you just repeat whatever it is you're memorizing. So let's say that you're memorizing the poem I sent out yesterday, which is the Yak by Hilaire Belloc. As a friend to the children, commend me the yak. You will find it exactly the thing. Okay, so you let your kids pull out a card, and when they pull out recite it like a monster, you put on your monster voice and you recite it like that. I can't do a very good monster voice this early in the morning. And then the next child pulls out a card, and this one says, recite it like a volcano. So when you recite like a volcano, you start very, very low, and as you go, you get louder. They love this, especially if you let them like scrunch down and erupt as they're reciting. So they start each line very low. As a friend to the children, commend me the yak. And I'm not going to yell into my microphone, but you get louder and louder. So they recite it like a volcano. And then for every child you have, you recite the poem. So if you have 5 kids, you're going to say this poem 5 times. Or maybe if the poem has multiple stanzas, you do, each stanza in a different voice, because you have to let every kid pull a card. If you only have one child, then they pull a card and you pull a card, and then you get to do them twice, right? So this one's recite it like a robot. You're going to say it in a robot voice. Yes, it will drive mom crazy, but the kids absolutely love it. Recite it like a country bumpkin. So you're going to talk like Miss Pam when you recite your poem. That one's a fun one. Recite it like the queen. You get to do your favorite. And then on this one, we have a villain, just your mean kind of snurdly whiplash voice. Superhero. So you put your chest out and you say it like a superhero. Shakespearean actor, an old man or an old lady, a rock star, lots of air guitar with that one, maybe tossing your hairband hair around. And then my personal favorite, recite it like a mouse. Because then you have to have a very squeaky, quiet voice while you recite. So that one's my favorite. Yeah, Jennifer, I think I think my high schooler would like it too, especially if you really play up the dramatics of it. Like, this is kind of drama practice, right? And so this is just a fun, enjoyable way for you to add a little bit of delight to your homeschool day that is not that difficult. So choose a poem that everybody seems to love. If there's some poem that speaks to you this week, we have a fabulous one coming later this week about a train, which is so much fun, or the yak one from yesterday, or maybe you're going to like Moon, Moon, So Round and Yellow in today's email. And, just say, we're going to memorize this, or take a piece of scripture. Um, though I don't know, I have moral qualms about reciting scripture like a villain, but, maybe take that one out. And, whatever it is you're memorizing, and use some of the funny voices, and you're going to be such a fun mom. And, a lot of times I think we struggle with being the fun mom, not because we're not fun people, but gosh darn it, because we are so tired. And, you print these out once, you cut them out, and you lay them on your table, or stick them in your morning basket, or put them next to where you eat breakfast. Make sure their mouth isn't full, recite at the end of breakfast, and do this. And all of a sudden you become the fun mom with very, very little effort. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that we use to bring a little delight to our homeschool day. So if you have not signed up, do go sign up for the challenge, so you can get your little memory work funny voices cards, along with all of the other fabulous activities that we have for you this week. It is pambarnhill.com/D4, the number 4 and D. I put it in the description of the video, so you'll have it up there. And I will be back again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with another fun little tip for you. And I'm going to want to hear tomorrow morning how it went, starting your day with a song. And we're going to see how it goes. So you have an awesome, awesome day. Bye-bye.